back to the YouTube channel Pro Enzo Vids, and this is my review on the game that happened a couple of days ago on the Friday, I'm pretty sure, over there in England. It was my St. Helens versus Hull KR, and we obviously won 42 points to 8. It doesn't really help when, you know, the highlights in Australia get released a lot later, but, you know, it happens because you know, over in England there wasn't any real broadcasting on Sky. I know there was broadcasting on Sky, but just, I don't know, something to do with the broadcast system, and that's why the highlights over there are allowed to sort of put out and make. So there's not much we can really do about that. But yeah, I saw the highlights just before I made this video, and I still got a fair idea on how the game sort of went and how we went. So I knew we had a big win from the get-go. I knew we had a very good win. I knew that Tommy Mackinson had a star game, and I watched the highlights, and Mackinson scored like a hat-trick, I'm pretty sure. And then he ended up scoring his 150th try as well, which is a very good achievement by Tommy Mackinson. A very loyal clubman, and yeah, honestly a great player as well. So good to see Tommy Mackinson have a big game. Mattiasi opened up the game with the first try, obviously. It was a pretty easy try, to be honest. It was a bit poor defence by Hull KR, so they could have done a bit better there. But, you know, just for most of the game, you know, from what I really seen, it was mostly us dominating, to be honest. I mean, you know, Hull KR really had nothing to really throw at us. I mean, the only good players really there was Lachlan Coote, and then that was a former St. Helens player, Lachlan Coote. You know, Coote was the only player that was setting up things and trying to do stuff. To be honest, you know, they don't really. I mean, I think they'll go well this year still, but they have had a very mixed start to the season. But they've been a very mixed bag so far. Hull KR, so it's like you don't know what to expect from them every week. They can be good, but they can be very awful at the same time, and I don't think they were anywhere near great at all when they played us on a couple of days ago on the Friday. So yeah, I think there's a lot to look at for Hull KR. They need to really improve their game and their performance, and just got to stay consistent, you know, because obviously I have full strength, got a great squad, but just that they're not consistent, you know. When's the time they're ever consistent? So, you know, it's going to be something to do with that, remaining consistent, playing well, and you know, that's really the main thing in the end, I guess. So we'll see how they go when they play next week. But as for Saints, you know, there's not much to really say. You know, it was obviously a big win. It's a typical Saints big win. So I wish I can go into more depth with the game and everything, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, obviously we played really well. Obviously Alex Walmsley was one of the best forwards in England in the Super League. He had a very good game, and he would kill it in the NRL, but he wouldn't ever come to the NRL, I don't think. I think any chance of that happening is completely over, in my opinion. So yeah, you know, but just in general, they all had a good game. I thought Jack Wellesby's really fitting into that fullback role nicely. You know, I really thought that at the start of the season that Saints is sort of Achilles heel, if you get what I mean. The weakness would be having no Lachlan Coote, no real fullback. But, you know, we've been proven wrong. I think Jack Wellesby as a young player has really stood up ever since Coote's gone, and ever since he got the real opportunity and to fulfill the role of playing fullback for Saints. You know, he's done a really good job ever since he's come to that role. So yeah, yeah, well done to Jack Wellesby, very good young player. Didn't really know much about him coming into this season, but more games and the more I've heard about him, he's a really good prospect for us. So yeah, very impressed, and I'm very happy as a Saints fan to see him go well. So hopefully, the more game time he gets, the more he, you know, sort of develops as a player. You know. What else? You know, obviously, I think Lewis Dodd, our halfback, scored a try in the second half, I'm pretty sure. Both Lomax and Dodd were very good, both controlled the game very nicely, and both, you know, sort of set up opportunities at the right time for our outside men like Mackinson to score a couple of tries and everything. So, you know, and also I want to add quickly, I don't think it's too long until we see Regan Grace come back. I think Regan Grace is a couple of weeks away from coming back. So that's my favourite Saints player, if you didn't know, by the way. So it'd be good to see once he takes the field again and comes back. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, you know, obviously as a Saints fan, we're on the right track. We're really going well. It looks like another typical big season by us, another typical potential premiership winning season for us. You never know, we could win the title again. I think there's a good chance of happening. You know, there's not really much that can compete with us. You know what I mean? Maybe there's some teams that can compete with us sometimes, but, you know, it's really hard to imagine it. You know, we got Warrington next week, where I think we should win that game, but, you know, Warrington can compete when they want to. I mean, I know they weren't great against Helens, I'm pretty sure they played, but yeah, they'll probably be a little bit better when they play us, you think. So we should be ready for that game either way. But yeah, look, all I can really say is it's a great win by Saints. I'm very happy, and bring on next week. Let's see if we can go 5-0, eh? Anyway, that brings the end of my St. Helens vs Cal KR review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.